please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
To CNBC TV18, you're still watching Business Saturday. Well, Salil Parekh has started his Infosys journey on a front foot. Tech major Infosys, which kicked off the Q4 earnings season, reported a largely inline set of numbers. The fourth quarter earnings was Parekh's first as a CEO. Both dollar and rupee revenue came in line with the expectations. Margins beat the street. The company, however, disappointed on the constant currency growth front. Kritika Saxena gives us the highlights of the earnings reported by Infosys in Q4.
Good set of numbers for Q4 in terms of top line. Rupee revenue 1.6% growth, dollar revenue 1.8% growth, in line with what we are expecting. Profits also in line. Margins beating street expectations with 40 basis points. But it's the overall performance of FY18 that seemed to stand out. So for the full year, they have come in bang in line with what they had guided. In dollar terms, come in at 7.2%. In constant currency at 5.8%. But you know, listen, look at the outlook that they have given. For constant currency, they have guided for a growth of 6 to 8%, clearly indicating that FY19 will be a better year. Now, there are some important points that need to be remembered. They have talked about a strategic review where there are going to be 4 pillars of the company. One is going to be digitization, increasing digital focus. Second, focusing on core strength. Third, localization. And fourth is going to be reskilling employees. Capital allocation policy, 70% of their capitals will be given out to shareholders. That is what they have reiterated. They have said this before. But they have also said that another additional $2 billion has been identified to be given back to shareholders. 400 of this is going to be special dividend, and the remaining the board is going to decide. Now, there is another important update that has come in. Scava and Panaya have been 2 areas of contention for Infosys. Lot has been talked about it, but now they have said that they want to sell these 2 companies. So we don't know if they are now regretting whatever happened in the past. Was acquiring Scava and Panaya a mistake? I didn't get an answer to that, but they say that this is a part of their strategy to sell subsidiaries that are not exactly fitting into the strategy of the company. Whether it didn't fit in back then, we don't know. Total deal value of this is going to be 2,060 crore rupees. They have taken an impairment loss as well, which will continue for some time. They have made an acquisition of about $75 million, which is a digital acquisition. So this is the only unclear point. But for FY19, Infosys is positive.
In terms of Panaya and Scava, we did a strategic review of our portfolio. We looked at where our strategy direction was, which is what I just described. It comprises of digital and core IT services and a strong suite of product portfolio. For example, Finacle platforms such as Edge, Nia, which we are further expanding, and McCamish, which is an insurance platform. And within that strategic review, we decided to initiate active interest in Panaya and Scava from external buyers.
Meanwhile, the ADR fell 8% in trading in New York, which could be due to lack of clarity on the BFSI outlook in US and cut in the margin guidance for the 2nd straight year. And it was day 3 of the Mega Defense Expo in Chennai yesterday, which has brought together major international and domestic defense manufacturers. CNBC TV18's Jude Sanit spoke to Jayant Patil of L&T Defense and Vivek Lal of Lockheed on their defense deal pipeline.
FICV, we still await. We expect it to be almost in the final stages and should get closed out in a matter of couple of months, as that's what is an indication. We are one who completely differentiated in building a FICV that's bottoms up in terms of complete technologies which are homegrown, indigenous. I'm not surprised by the recent news item that Mazgaon Dock will come in, because Mazgaon Dock is a submarine builder in the country, all of us know. So is Larsen Toubro. So 2 of us will compete.
We have our partnership with Tata, and we have talked to a whole host of companies, large, medium and small enterprises across the country. The F-16 Block 70 is part of the world's largest fighter ecosystem, and in technologies on the F-16 Block 70 come from the latest F-35 as well as the F-22 stealth aircraft. If India selects the F-16 Block 70, it's been flown by 25 air forces around the world, and 3,000 plus F-16s are flying around the world. So this is a huge opportunity for product support.
Reliance Jio and Bharti Airtel are at it again. Bharti Airtel will carry a disclaimer on its latest set of advertisements offering live and free access to IPL coverage. Reliance Jio had contested before the Delhi High Court that Airtel's advertisements are falsely proclaiming that Airtel was offering free access without mentioning hidden data charges. Airtel's counsel contended, calling Jio a jealous competitor. However, Airtel agreed to carry a disclaimer that data charges according to the subscriber's plan would apply. And standard disclaimer, Network 18 and TV18, the companies that operate CNBC TV18, are controlled by Independent Media Trust, of which Reliance Industries is the sole beneficiary. On to some economic data. Export growth could be springing back to life, but India's import bill is also soaring. For FY18, India's exports rose by nearly 10%, with total exports crossing the $300 billion mark. On the other hand, imports for FY18 were nearly $460 billion, growing at a pace of nearly 20%. For the month of March, the trade deficit widened to over $13 billion. This even as exports saw some decent growth compared to February, coming in at over $29 billion. India's first bullet train faces challenges regarding land acquisition, but the government arm executing the project is confident of completing acquisition by December 2018. Here is an exclusive chat with the Managing Director of National High Speed Rail Corporation. He also dismissed concerns about the project being a setback for Make in India push. Listen in.
Land acquisition is a lengthy process. So I would say we are almost halfway through, where publication of notifications, first is that you have to tell which plot, which plan number, how much land. So that has been done. We have given it to the state government. We are getting the land acquisition done through state government. So there is a procedure they issue, like Maharashtra issues Namuna 1, Gujarat issues SIA exemption, Section 10A, then Section 11. After that, there will be a joint measurement survey. And based on the joint measurement survey, which is done jointly by the state authority, NHSRCL, and the person who is losing his land, so that we are clear that how much land is actually going. And after that, then the state authority, based on the market rate and the circle rate, they work out the total compensation.
Okay, right. So then how much are you looking or planning to acquire as far as only the Ahmedabad-Mumbai project is concerned, and what will be the cost that will come to the government? See, our total requirement, including all government land, private land, everything put together is around 1,415 hectares. And current assessment is around 10,000 crore for the entire land and other compensation. Right. So then coming to another component, there have been experts who have been suggesting, reports that have been suggesting that the Make in India angle has not been taken care of in this project itself. So could you help us understand how much are you going to take from domestic suppliers? How much will the Japanese companies, what will be their role here?
On the contrary, what you have said, Make in India is, I think this is one project where we are taking care of making in India in a very, very strong way. And our assessment is that only those areas where the capabilities are not existing in India as of now, and it may take time and investment by our organizations, by our parties, by our companies to build up that thing. So as per the current assessment, Japanese component is only 18.6% and rest all is Make in India. For example,
well, on to the latest from the Commonwealth Games 2018. India's gold rush continues in Gold Coast as Mary Kom, Sanjeev Rajput, Gaurav Solanki and now Neeraj Chopra take gold on the 10th day of Commonwealth Games. CNN News 18's Meha Bhardwaj joins in with the latest. Meha?
It's been a good day for the Indian contingent at the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, and with the latest Neeraj Chopra winning a gold medal in the javelin throw final, that just makes this day even better for the Indian fans. Neeraj Chopra threw his season best 86.48 meters to win a gold and become the first ever Indian to win a gold in this particular event. With that, the third Indian ever to have won in the field event, and I think the first Indian to have won a gold in athletics after Milkha Singh in 1958. So it's been an incredible achievement by Neeraj Chopra. He's 20 years old, but he's been on top of his game, and he matched his season best throw, like I said, of 86.48 or 47 in this case. 86.48 was his world record throw in the under 20 championship, but for now 86.47 meters is what Neeraj Chopra threw to win a gold medal in the javelin throw. But with that, we also had MC Mary Kom, the magnificent Mary, who won a gold in the Commonwealth Games. This is in fact her maiden Commonwealth Games medal, so she can add that to her cabinet, which already has 5 Asian championships gold, 5 World Championships gold, and Olympic bronze medal. So those were the 2 incredible performers of the day. We also had a good day for the boxers. Gaurav Solanki won a gold in what was a dominant performance by him. Also, Amit Pangal and Manish Kaushik, they won silvers in their categories. The other major news from the Commonwealth Games is it's going to be a dream final for the Indian fans. It's going to be an all-Indian final in the women's singles of badminton. PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal, they will be against each other in the final. So that's something that we'll have to look out for, and that's something where the Indian fans would be, excited to watch. But that has been a good day. It has been an incredible day if you are an Indian sports fan.
Well, all these players making us proud, but with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Business Saturday. Stay tuned to CNBC TV18 for all the news and updates.